Okay, here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to Level Up Coaching and Consulting. I'm Andrew Murphy, the owner and founder here of Level Up Coaching and Consulting. Today is another version of or edition of what I like to call Express Coaching. This is where I take a topic and basically, condense it down to a little 10-minute, coach on the go kind of thing. Today we're going to talk about counting your wins. Before we get to that, let me say this. Those of you that are new, welcome. And if you're interested in like who I am and what I do and everything else like that, Level Up Coaching and Consulting has a Facebook page. You go there and scroll down and you will see an intro video that gives you an in-depth of who I am, what I do, why I do, and everything else, how I can do it for you and everything else like that. Talks about my coaching, talks about my public speaking and everything else. And then after watching this video, if you like what you see and you want more and you're interested in booking a time with me, a free hour consultation time with me, then you go to go.levelupcc.se. That's go.levelupcc.se. And that's the homepage. You click on that and you will fill out a formula, what's it called? A list, an information sheet or whatever. And that will give you also a link where you can click on and you can book a time with me. Now, this time is free. And this hour is basically we sit and we, as they say, chop it up. We talk about your goals and what it is you're trying to get to, where it is you're trying to go in life, some of the obstacles that you may have, that you may face and everything else like that. If we are a match, then what we do is we decide what coaching program is best for you. And I have 4 different coaching programs to choose from. And they range, obviously, in different prices. Okay. So having said all that, let's go ahead and get started with the today's express coaching. So counting your wins. I think everybody should have a coach. I think everybody should have a mentor. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I can talk to my mom, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, wife, husband, whatever." Yeah, you can talk to the persons close to you, but the people close to you usually aren't as objective. Like they can't see it they can only see it from a certain perspective because they're close to you. So if you have a coach, someone who's, a little more neutral, and the coach will tell you things that maybe your cousin or your sister or whoever won't tell you, right? So it's important to have a coach. That's one of the reasons. Another thing people can say is, well, why would I have a coach? Why would I spend all that money to have somebody tell me something that I should already know when I can look it up on the internet? Or I can buy a book and read it. Yeah, you can find it on the internet. You can read it in books. But if you're going to find all the information that you need to find to get to where you want to be, like I said, everybody has the potential to be that top optimal person. And if you want to read all these books to get there, it's going to take you forever. It's going to take you forever. So paying a coach is not actually paying for the information. Okay, it's actually paying for the time. It's like if you're in a new city and you're driving around and you got to get somewhere. You can use the GPS. It'll get you there quicker, the Waze or the maps or whatever, right? It'll get you there quick. Or you can just, wing it on your own and take the scenic route, right? Usually you take the GPS because it gets you there faster. That's the same thing with having a coach. So having said that, I have a coach, and my coach, we had a session a couple of days ago. And I was talking about my business and how it's starting to grow and how excited I am about it, growing and things, happening for me. And I had, a few other questions that I was, a little concerned or whatever. And he says, "Man, Andrew, you're doing great." He says, "I'm happy for you, whatever." He said, "But listen, man, don't forget to count your wins." Now, when he said that, I thought to myself, count your wins. As a coach, those of you that are coaches, you guys know this already. And some people, even if you're not a coach, you know what that means. But it may be self-explanatory to some, but it's important. Count your wins. And it stuck with me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to share that with my people. Count your wins. Now, obviously, in order for you to count your wins, you have to define what a win is, right? What is a win to you? It could be insignificant. It could be huge. It doesn't matter. And what a win is for you may not be what a win is for me, right? Everybody may think, oh, that's not a win. That's insignificant, or that's shallow, or that's materialistic, or that's not important, whatever. It's all different. Whoever you are, a win is a win, right? So once you define what a win is, then you can navigate to get there. So let's talk about the importance. I have my technology here, and let's hope and pray that it does what it's supposed to. I've been having some problems with my laptop, but no, it looks like it's going to work. So let's talk about highlighting the importance of tracking your wins. What does that mean? Highlighting the importance of tracking your wins. Why is it important to track your wins? And what does that mean? Keep track of them. Mark them down. So I'm gonna give you an exercise. Okay, I'm gonna give you some homework. Normally, when I give homework out to my clients, I give it to them for 30 days, right, or 2 weeks or whatever, depending on our coaching session. But this is express coaching, so I'm gonna give you 7 days. Okay, so today is Wednesday. You've already woken up. So Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. 7 mornings. This is what I want you to do. I want you to wake up every morning after you wipe the crust out your eyes and yawn and stretch and meditate and everything else like that, right? Brush your teeth. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Write down 3 to 5 wins that you have. I don't care how insignificant or whatever. Write down 3 things that you consider to be a win, right? And you don't have to, I'm not talking about last week or last month. Go back. Like go back 5 years, 7 years if you have to. And if you're an adult, you have a lot of wins, right? Write those down. 3 to 5 different wins every day for the next 7 days, okay? 3 times 7 is what? 21, okay? 5 times 7 is what? What's 5 times 7? 35 wins. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And also, people say, oh, there's losses too with the wins. Okay, we'll talk about that in balance. Well, we can get to that. But before we do that, it's important to count the wins because this boosts your morale. It's a motivator. Okay, it encourages you. If you wake up in the morning and you're counting your wins, right, then you start off on a good day. You start off in a good way, right? You start off in a good mood, right? It sets the tone for the day. And it sets the tone for your life. If you keep setting the tone positive for your day every day for the next 7 days, it's going to feel good. Then you want to continue because it's working for you. 7 more days, so on and so forth. All right. So that's why it's important to track your wins because it boosts your morale, it boosts your self-worth and everything else like that. Now we can talk about balance. It's important to balance your wins and your losses, okay, or your shortcomings or what I like to call your challenges. Also, too, those challenges are lessons that you learn. So, for example, maybe you was out there messing around, with some crazy ass broad and she messed up your life, right? That'll happen. Maybe you was involved in a relationship with some crazy dude that was abusive. These things happen, right? You was in a business deal and somebody burned you. They did you dirty, stole from you or whatever. Those are negative things that happen to you. But guess what? They're lessons. You learn from that, hopefully. Right? You don't date crazy women, right? You stay away from abusive men. You're very skeptical and careful with who you do business with, right? Those are lessons that you learned. Those lessons are also wins. You dig? Those lessons are also wins. So you can also write those wins down. Write them down. And there's different ways to keep track of this. You can write them down. You can have your wife or girlfriend or whatever record them, or you can start a journal or app, whatever. But write them down, document them so that you can actually look at them or hear them. Okay, if you're recording it. It's very important. This will boost your morale. This will boost your self-worth. When you realize that you say to yourself, I won, I did this, I did this, I did this. It's okay. And when I say balance also too, people, I'm not talking about, bragging or acting like, because there's the spectrum. There's one side of the spectrum that says, oh, I don't have any wins. They hide behind their hat. Oh, forgive me for even existing. I don't want to. And then the other side of it is, I won. They beat their chest and say it with their chest. That's not what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about counting your wins so you can put them on social media. I said start a conversation with yourself, right? Yourself, not social media. Start a conversation with yourself. This is building you, not everybody else. This is helping you with your personal self-development and everything else like that. So the balance is necessary to understand and recognize those challenges, right? And recognize what happened when those things happened and, learn from those mistakes so you don't repeat them. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's been 9 minutes, But one thing I do want to say, one more thing I do want to promote is the thought of growth, a growth mindset. A growth mind. It's very important to always think of yourself in the stage of your growing, right? Because if you're not growing, you're standing still. If you're not standing still, you're not moving forward. You're not getting to that optimal place that you want to be as a human being, right? Growth mind state. It's very important to always look at yourself and say, yeah, I'm growing. I've gotten this far. I've come this far. That's why you count your wins. I've come this far. I've come this far. I'm going here. This is where I want to be. This is where I was. This is where I am. You look back, you're like, wow, I did that. Very important. Growth mindset. So anyway, thank you very much for this time. We could talk about this subject for another 2.5 hours, but this is express coaching. It's coaching on the go. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really hope this helps somebody out there. And if it did, send me, a heart or likes or thumbs up or whatever down there in the comments. And again, if you're interested in wanting more, you want to book a free consultation call to see whether or not purchasing a coaching program is for you, then you know where to find me on Level Up Coaching at Facebook or the homepage go.levelupcc.sc. All right. Thank you very much for your time. And tomorrow we are going to have the masterclass at 6 o'clock. The link is in Level Up Coaching and Consulting's homepage in the event. You click on the Zoom link, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody.